At the beginning of the film, we see Nina Sayers, a young woman living with her sweet mother, Erica, who was a dancer before too. She listens to her mother and is dedicated to her career, working for the New York City Ballet Company. From the beginning of the film, we see Nina observing a young and graceful woman who is always wearing black, even before she met her during rehearsals. Continuing on, the company Nina is working with is opening the season with Tchaikovsky's Swan Lake. After forcing prima ballerina Beth McIntyre into retirement, artistic director Thomas Leroy announces he is looking for a new dancer for the dual roles of the innocent and fragile white swan Odette and the sensual and dark black swan Odile. Nina auditions for the roles and gives a flawless performance as Odette but fails to embody Odile. The following day, Nina asks Thomas to reconsider her role. When he forcibly kisses her, she bites him and runs out of his office. Later that day, Nina sees the cast list and discovers to her surprise that she has received the lead roles. At a gala celebrating the new season, an intoxicated Beth accuses her of sleeping with Thomas for a promotion. The following day, Nina hears Beth was hit by a car. Thomas believes Beth was attempting to commit suicide. Nina visits an unconscious Beth in the hospital and is horrified at the sight of injuries on her leg, meaning that she will not be able to perform as a ballet dancer again. At home, we finally get to see the true color of her mother, who is quite obsessed with Nina and doesn't allow her any privacy even when Nina demands it. So she is always on edge at home and is trying to figure out a way to keep her mother away. In one of her rehearsals that Thomas kept tormenting Nina with, he asks her to stay behind after letting everybody go. He dances with her to show her how to properly move her body, and at one point starts to force himself on her. Nina recoils, and a frustrated Thomas leaves the practice hall, leaving behind a worried Nina, who is afraid for her career. During another rehearsal, Thomas tells Nina to observe a newcomer, Lily, who dances freely like Nina is unable to. The same girl Nina has been observing from the beginning. This newcomer bears a physical resemblance to Nina. After this incident, Nina sees a sinister doppelganger of herself more and more frequently and finds scratch marks on her own back. This doppelganger, however, is always wearing black and resembles the black swan Odile, devilish and confident, unlike her actual self, who is quite pure and fragile and hits her breaking point repeatedly. One night, when Lily shows up at Nina's home, Nina accepts Lily's invitation to go out for drinks, despite Erica's objection. Lily offers Nina an ecstasy capsule. Nina turns it down, but Lily spikes her drinks with the powder. Under its influence, Nina flirts with men at the bar and with Lily as well. On the dance floor, Nina is able to let go of herself like never before and dances freely, while her mother repeatedly calls her. After a makeout session, Nina returns to her senses and gets into a cab with Lily to return home. On the way back, Lily seduces the fragile swan in the car. Returning home, she has an argument with her mother and barricades herself in her room and gets wild with Lily, only to wake up the next morning still locked in her room from the inside, with nobody but herself, and quite late for the dress rehearsal, and sees her mother on a mood. It is important to note that Nina is always overwhelmed at her ballet practices and hits her breaking point repeatedly under her director's pressure. And at home, she is always under her overprotective mother's control. She arrives at Lincoln Center to see Lily dancing as Odile. Lily denies going home with Nina and teases Nina for fantasizing about her. Nina gets disoriented and is convinced Lily intends to take her place, especially after learning that Thomas has made Lily her alternate. She thinks Lily is manipulating her, and her hallucination grows stronger and wilder, and her injuries increases too, going as far as hallucinating herself transforming into a black swan. On opening night, her mother tries to prevent her from leaving, but she no longer listens to her overprotective mother. After jeering that her mother was never promoted above the corpse, she leaves. Nina confronts Thomas, who is so impressed by her newfound confidence that he allows her to take back her roles. Towards the end of the ballet's second act, Nina is distracted by a hallucination and loses her stability. The male dancer playing the prince drops her on stage, infuriating Thomas. She returns to her dressing room and finds Lily preparing to be Odile. As they argue, Lily is suddenly transformed into her doppelganger Nina. They fight, breaking a mirror, and the real Nina stabs her doppelganger with a large shred of glass from the mirror, killing her. The body reverts back to Lily, and Nina is not surprised, almost like she accepts her new self. She hides the body in the bathroom and returns to the stage. Here she loses herself and dances flawlessly as Odile. Amidst a standing ovation from the audience, Nina surprises Thomas with a passionate kiss and returns to her dressing room. As Nina puts the Odette tutu and makeup back on, there is a knock at her door. She opens it to see Lily alive and well. Lily apologizes and congratulates her, then leaves. Nina finally hits a breaking point and cries. Confused, Nina sees the mirror is broken, but the towel she used to mop up the blood is clean. She looks down and pulls a piece of glass from her abdomen, realizing she stabbed herself, not Lily. But that doesn't stop her from performing till the final act of the ballet, which ends with Odette throwing herself off a cliff and Nina landing on a mattress behind the scenes. The theater erupts in applause while Thomas, Lily, and the other gather to congratulate Nina, who remains lying on the mattress. Thomas sees the blood spreading at her waist and shouts for help. He asks Nina what happened to her. Nina calmly replies that her performance was perfect as the skin fades to white.